All right, last one we're going to take a look at in this little lesson here, and then we'll move on to a little more challenging ones next time, is this one here, 4x minus 3m squared. Okay, and so this might look a little bit confusing, and you might say, well, it's already done, but that little squared in there represents a bit of a problem because this means that we do what's inside the brackets times itself. So this is the same as 4k minus 3m times 4k minus 3m. Okay, so we have to do that all together there. It's not just squaring this and squaring that. Okay, it's kind of part of it, but it's not the whole thing. So it's important that we know that it is these two multiplied by each other. So I'm going to use FOIL in this one here. And the first thing we do is our first together, which is just 4k times 4k, or 4k squared, which will be 16k squared. Okay, 4 times 4 is 16, and k times k is k squared. Then we do our outside, so 4k and negative 3m, and this is going to give us negative 12km. That's our second term right there. Then we do our inside, so it's these two right here. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12, and k and m is km. You'll notice these are exactly the same. That'll always happen in a square, or when something is squared. And then we have our last, which is negative 3 times negative 3. So this becomes positive 9m squared. So you'll notice that is negative 3m squared. Okay, so we're squaring the 3 and we're squaring the m. And so the first and the last are just these two squared, but there's also going to be a middle term, which is these two combined. Negative 12 of them is negative 24 km. And so our three terms right here combine to become our simplified polynomial, 16k squared minus 24km plus 9m squared. Now when we do this here, all we're doing, and this is just a little bit of a simplified version, is we're taking 4k and squaring it. We're taking negative 3m and squaring it, and then we're multiplying these two together right here and multiplying it by 2, and that's going to give us our middle term. So if that helps you to kind of see things a little bit quicker, that will help as well, and it's going to come in really nice in a few lessons when we start to factor, and we might see something a little bit like that. Your assignment for this one here is F8.03, numbers 7 through 10, finishing up that assignment, and then next time we'll move on to F8.04, where it gets a little bit more complicated.